it's also why as Gen Y and millennials are known as the nostalgia generation, because we have been through so much rapid progress that nostalgia hit quickly.
Yeah.
Hit? We were born nostalgic. Back in my day, we had a womb to live in. None of this whole adult thing bullshit.
I remember only 2 summers ago, our phones had cords on them.
I love that this is what we go live with.
Back in my day, we killed our Tamagotchis instead of preserving them like on Animal Crossing.
I feel particularly old as a 29-year-old today because a kid, my friend's younger brother, who I remember meeting when I was in high school, that came up to like, the top of his head came up to my chest. He turned 21 today. I watched this kid grow up. I'm just like, how are you able to drink? I didn't even know he turned 18 yet, but I shouldn't be surprised. His brother's only a year younger, like 2 years younger than me. Like,
sounds accurate.
My very first class is now 14.
How do you feel about that?
And I've taught kids who are now, because our center went up to age 12, and that was 12 years ago, so they're now 24.
Ouch. And here I am saying that some of my friends are actually choosing to get married and have kids because they're actually like, oh yeah, it's about that time now. And I'm like, I can barely function today. What are you talking about having kids and all that shit?
Yeah, working at Spirit Halloween has definitely set back any goals I had on settling down and having kids. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I know at least a small, tiny bit what it is like for a parent to follow their child's trail of destruction, as I have had to casually and non-aggressively follow kids around this store, picking up the trail of shit they picked up, been immediately told no, and just threw on the goddamn ground. While their parents do not give a shit.
Yep.
I'm just like, but the particular family that was doing this, we're pretty sure they stole some shit, but that's not even what I'm actually mad about. I'm mad that their kids were an utter fucking nightmare the entire hour they were in our store. And then they got mad at my coworker because he was watching them because he knew what they were fucking doing. Hold on, let's just stand near the always open exit door with all of this stuff in our hands that we haven't paid for yet.
There's too much noise going on at the moment.
What was that? Was that Nate stopped?
I think so.
Oh.
My dog barking.
Kindly tell your dog to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, I'm not a dog person.
Excuse me, young canine.
Silence thy muzzle. Alright, I need to eat this food real quick, and I'll get started. I gotta read over all the treasure you guys are about to find, too.
Yay, treasure.
The real treasure is that Sarah and I didn't die, even though our healer abandoned us.
I'm sorry. Abandoned is not quite the word. Self-preservation.
Oh yeah, Ace is about to walk in on a very interesting situation.
I can't revivify you if I'm dead.
Dang.
A good cleric would have not needed us to even need revivification.
Well, you technically had a cleric in there, didn't you?
A pharmacist, not a pharmacist. Tahiri is our pharmacist. We don't.
Love it.
Yuri's mind is already taking over because I looked down and saw eyeliner and I'm decided, yep, that's happening. So I'm about to do my makeup at 9:30 at night.
No, stop, don't.
It's a creative exercise.
Impulsive chaos.
Take it from someone who is trying to eat food while wearing bright red lipstick. Don't do it.
Lead, huh?
I'm gonna do it anyway. I just like I haven't used this one in so long, and I want to play with it.
Sarah, you'll just have to wash it off.
I know, but I gotta
Washing
shower
off takes
anyway.
work. I would know. I
I-
have to wash this off.
I have to take a shower anyway.
You don't technically have to, but you'll regret it later.
Your pores will hate you if you don't.
My pores hate me to begin with. I don't even wear makeup. So at this point, it's just open rebellion against them.
I gotta check something.
I have retrieved the dogs. My
Oh,
one of
and
my
this
new-
one's chubby. This is gonna be fun. I keep forgetting this was like super chubby, and it's not the liquids that I usually use. This could end very badly.
Then don't do it.
Or
Taking all
they're-
bets. Everyone in chat, make your bet now.
The whole 2 people we've got in chat.
I'm
Okay, let's see. Is Google not going to be a butt now?
I'm betting it'll turn out awesome, and that she will also regret it.
Ugh.
I am betting the Lorax will remember this.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. And for some fucking reason, they're speaking Vietnamese. Listen, that will never not be funny.
Oh no, it'll always be funny.
Yeah. Every time I hear Fortunate Son, that's all I hear in my head.
Oh yeah,
And nope, Google's still being a dick.
that's unfortunate.
I might just have to restart my computer after tonight. Everything else is working fine, just not Google.
When's the last time you restarted your computer?
Last week? I try to restart
so-
it at least once a week.
Okay, so you're not as bad as you used to be, where it's like
No,
next question.
it's not like I would go without months without restarting.
I remember those days.
I don't need this kind of energy right now.
This is my stream.
don't-
This is where we
I
always
did
have
not-
this energy.
I did not come here to be attacked.
Listen, I get chastised by being the youngest here. This is my fucking stream, my rules.
We chastised you for more than just your age.
What else do you chastise me for again?
When's the last time Fromby sent you a thirst trap?
Today?
No, I meant today, like, because you're streaming right now.
No, she hasn't sent me a thirst trap during stream, but she sent me one earlier today.
If your phone vibrates in the next hour, I feel I deserve inspiration.
Well,
Is
I
it-
have notifications for messages turned off on TikTok, but because you brought it up, I'm checking just to be safe.
Just saying, I want inspiration if you get one
No,
within the next
uh,
hour.
They did some more Fives content this weekend, and they sent it to me.
And did you swoon?
She makes me swoon all the time.
Duh.
Also, I'm trying to be better at using their pronouns because their pronouns are
Yeah.
she, they. So that's one new thing I'm learning to do is how to utilize both sides of the pronouns. Because my dumbass brain is like, no, you have to do the gender neutral side because that's more respectful. Nope, if they have she in their pronouns as well, use she because she wants to be known as she as well.
Heath.
Learning every day!
The more you know.
I'm failing as a bisexual, but at least I'm respecting pronouns.
Are you failing if you're constantly in a bi panic?
That's just bi anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's
That means you're succeeding in being bi.
Yeah, but at what cost?
I'm going to gesture to your shrine of everything in that room of yours.
We don't talk about the Star Wars window. Okay. Hello and welcome anyone who is watching to Last Mine of Phandelver. I am the host and the Dungeon Mistress. Turn to page 394. I'm here with Bard of the Midwest as Talos, Jay and Kitsune as Ren, Bryce Osceolis as Anodyne, Aki Obsession as Tahiri, and for tonight we have AJ_Auditor back as Ace. He messaged me earlier today saying he was able to play, so he's here with us, and we're gonna catch him up on the shit he missed last week.
Yes, I've heard. I missed out on a lot.
Yeah, you missed out on a lot, honey. For anyone who needs a recap, our party finally made it to the ruined city of Thunder Tree, just east of Neverwinter, to pick up an heirloom from Myrna Drindar, I think that's her last name. Myrna, I know that's her name for sure. As part of their payment for rescuing her and her family in the Red Brand hideout back in Phandelver. Upon entering the town, Talos was hit with the sense of this town is full of a bunch of undead. So his paladin senses were definitely tingling. They were verified when Tahiri shot eldritch blasts into the old Brown Horse Tavern where a bunch of ash zombies had taken up residence. They managed to destroy the ash zombies and decided to explore more of the ruins of the town. Anodyne got his ass handed to him basically by an army of baby Groots.
We are dead.
In the process, his party watched as he was being attacked by these small little root sapling entities, and they did nothing to help him.
We're here for moral support
Which
only.
is fine. That's my fault.
But his efforts were not in vain. After fighting off all of the little plant folk, the party did find a chest full with a bunch of coins in the old ruin that he was exploring. It was at that point the team decided to split up and cover more ground. Or more so because Tahiri wanted to just explore the tower in town. She didn't care about anything else. She didn't care about the reward that was waiting for them or whatever treasures they could find. She just wanted to climb the old tower in the middle of town. So
It was cool. I didn't know what would be in there.
Don't let her hear
So the party decided to split. Anodyne and Talos decided they were going to try to find the old apothecary where the reward would be waiting for them. And Ren accompanied Tahiri to the tower.
And was supposed to keep her out of the building.
And was
Just-
supposed to keep her out and keep
Just to
her out of
read it.
trouble. During their search, Talos and Anodyne came across an old man still occupying one of the buildings. He didn't talk much. He had a small fire going in his house. And he glanced out the window towards the tower, sensing something was wrong. And kind of encouraging Talos and Anodyne to go check on their party members. It was in that moment everyone heard the roar of a dragon as Tahiri and Ren disturbed Venomfang, a young green dragon who had taken up residence in the tower in town.
And my rolls are shit, so I
Y'all-
didn't know what it was.
Y'all missed the major red flags with the giant dead spiders outside.
Yeah, again, my rolls.
Yeah. Upon hearing the roar of the dragon, Anodyne and Talos made haste and ran to the tower as fast as they could, managed to get there just before battle started. Anodyne, seeing the shitty situation ahead of them, was like, I better stay alive in case any of these fuckers get themselves killed, cast Shield of Faith on Tahiri, and fled the scene for the time being. In that moment, Venomfang released his poison gas breath upon the party, nearly killing Tahiri and Ren if they had not made their saves. Talos was the least injured out of most of them, but some of his armored plates did melt from the acidic gas that was released into the room. However, Talos, I believe, managed to get the killing blow on the dragon.
Well, killing blow. The fuck off, please.
The fuck off blow.
The fuck off, please.
He
blow.
would have gotten the killing blow if Venomfang had not fled the tower. He
wasn't
almost
gonna
did
stand
get it
hit.
on him because you managed to hit him as he was flying away, if I remember.
Yeah, he evoked an attack.
Give him a nice smack on the scaly ass as he left.
It's a whack.
Y'all did a lot of damage on this dragon in such a short amount of time. Anodyne returned after the battle was over, and once the gas had cleared the room, Tahiri and Ren were not looking too good. I believe Anodyne did pass a little bit of healing onto Tahiri, and after the dust had settled and y'all had a moment to take a breath, y'all noticed the hoard of treasure around you at the top of this tower. But before we get to you guys going through the trinkets he left behind, Ace, it took you about a day and a half to get back down to the city of Phandelver to collect your reward from Harbin Wester over the orc bounty. Let me remind you exactly what you made from doing so. Harbin Wester offered your entire party just 100 gold pieces in total for taking out the raiding party of orcs up near Wyvern Tor. So with 100 gold pieces in hand, and more judgments towards the townmaster of Phandelver, you made your way back up the high road, up towards Neverwinter and up towards Thundertree. You camped out in the forest for the night, kept your guard up because forest is dangerous at night, and then early in the morning set your way off towards Thundertree. You heard the roar of a dragon in the distance, but you weren't sure exactly what direction it was coming from. So you continued walking on your way, finally making it into the city of Thundertree, and begin to search for your party. You walk along the broken cobblestone roads, take a glance around at the dilapidated ruins and buildings of this once prosperous little town, and then you come across the road leading up to the tower, and you hear the familiar voices of your party coming from the top. What would you like to do?
First off, Ace's thought is like, why do I have a feeling what I heard last night had to do with these fuckers?
Well, you heard it on your way to town. You were just about to cross into the city limit when you heard that roar. And you have just arrived at the base of the road leading up to the tower once the battle has finished. You did not see the green dragon fly away, unfortunately, due to a mass of tall trees blocking your view.
Okay.
You barely have a view of the tower. You could see it through some of the cracks in the branches.
Okay. At first, I think Ace would be checking out the area first to make sure that there's no hidden enemy that might be hidden.
Let me see. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. 10.
You do not sense any possible enemies nearby.
Alright. Then he would probably holler up to the tower or something and see if anyone would respond.
Alright, everyone inside the tower, I need you all to roll me perception checks based on hearing.
I also would have been casting Prayer of Healing.
Alright, go ahead and roll healing dice for that.
Would you like me to omit this skill check? Since I'll be focusing on the spell.
If you wish to.
Okay.
I also was like right after the battle, probably gonna just hold on one second. Use my last spell slot. Oh, how tall? The tower is like 40 feet.
40 feet high.
Okay. No, she's walked out the door and just like going down the tower. She's not sticking around. She's like, bye-bye.
I don't think
You
so.
are walking out of the range of Prayer of Healing if you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anodyne will definitely be grabbing you because you're the troublemaker.
Hello, Rogue.
Speaking of troublemakers. So before you leave, Anodyne's going to be like, Tahiri, sit.
Can I see out the door?
Out the door, Roberto is just sitting at the edge of the stairs, looking at you, a little worried because you did take a lot of damage. During the battle, he decided to scamper out of the room with Anodyne, so Roberto is still alive.
Yay.
Safe.
Well, I thought he stayed outside entirely, but that works too.
I think hearing the roar
Yeah,
of a fucking dragon and knowing that you're in there, he's a loyal
That's
companion and gonna come check on you.
That is true. If Enidine has grabbed my arm, I've used Misty Step, and I am now next to my wolf walking out the door.
If that's the case,
Tahiri,
Tahiri, you're not going to get healed.
I know.
I'll roleplay it. Tahiri, you got us into this mess. You can wait 10 minutes, and then you can leave. Dad voice.
Anodyne, the last time you told Tahiri to wait 10 minutes, we got the situation. Do you really want to do it twice in a day?
I don't want to hear it from you. You're the one who let her in the building when I specifically said not to do that.
At least I didn't get my ass kicked by a bunch of sprites.
Hey, you almost got your ass eaten by a dragon. So sit down, shut up, and let me cast the spell.
Anodyne, roll me persuasion.
I keep looking for my dice. I don't have my dice with me.
I would
12.
say Tahiri, roll just a battling charisma check to see if his persuasion is going to convince you to stay or not. Because I get the feeling charisma is the best roll for that.
Yeah, it was a 12. It wasn't. He's trying to cast a spell.
And if it's just straight charisma.
All right. So, Tahiri, you will pause long enough to at least get half of the total healing points, and then you will continue on your way.
So the total was 16, by the way.
So, Tahiri, you heal for 8 because you'll stay to get healed for a little bit, but you're still determined to walk out of this tower. Everyone else within Prayer of Healing gets the total 16, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With whoever you were intending to cast it on.
Yeah, I mean, the room is not super huge, so it's anyone I can see within, I think, 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm. All right, since Tahiri and Anodyne were focused on that interaction, Rin and Talos, did y'all roll your perception checks?
Yes. I got a 12.
12. You faintly hear a voice calling from down in town, but it's really hard to make out.
Oh. Sorry.
Talos.
18.
Talos, you recognize the voice. You hear Ace calling from down at the bottom of the hill.
He'll look out. There's like a window or more than likely a hole. Lean his head out.
The brush of the trees and stuff is still a little bit thick, but you see a pair of feet down at the very bottom of the hill. You recognize those boots.
I think Ace has caught up to us. I think my mace is still like magically charged. I'll kind of like stick my hand out the window and wave my like lightning mace around.
All right, I will be nice to say, Ace, you managed to notice the mace that still kind of has the residual thunderous smite energy crackling from it.
It will have that the way.
All right, so you're gonna head your way up the hill.
Yeah.
You make your way up the hill and you see this old tower with a cottage next to it. And you see the dead carcasses of giant spiders littering the ground around it. And you hear shuffling from inside the building of the side of the tower specifically as Tahiri is descending down the stairs. And you hear the voices of Talos, Ren, and Anodyne up at the very top out of the hole in the window.
Okay. He'll just keep heading up until he runs into everybody.
Okay. You make your way inside the tower, and about halfway up, you run into Tahiri, who is leaving, with Roberto by her side.
Zip.
Tahiri looks like a total wreck.
She just kind of goes, hi, and keeps going.
Okay. Little concerned because that didn't seem like the normal upbeat, Tahiri attitude, but he'll continue up to the rest of the guys.
All right. Quick question to Yuri. Where are you going so I know?
Just not far.
Are you
Just
probably
kinda-
just gonna like linger at the cottage at the base of the tower?
Is it wooded around the tower, or is it just like flat?
There are trees, and you're at the top of a hill. Remember?
Yeah.
You are surrounded by trees. You don't know what's lingering in those trees.
Yeah, I should probably just go around to the back of the tower then, and just kind of like lean against the tower, and then like slide down and just sit there.
All right, Roberto, he curls up next to you as you sit down at the base of the tower, and he lays his head in your lap, and he just looks up at you with those puppy dog eyes. Ace, you make your way up the stairs, and you come across the rest of your party. Anodyne is towards the end of casting his prayer of healing with Ren beside him, and Ren looks equally as fucked up as Tahiri did. You see Talos as well. He has what looks like acid damage done to the metal plates of his Warforged form. You smell the residual acrid kind of... You know how stomach bile has that kind of acrid taste?
Yeah,
You smell it.
Ugh.
And roll me a history check.
History, okay.
Let's see if you know what kind of creature.
19.
You definitely did your research on dragons growing up, and after hearing the roar of a dragon earlier that day, coming across the tower, seeing the mass of gold around you, and that acrid smell, you get the sense your party encountered a green dragon of some sorts and is somehow still alive. But there is no dragon in sight.
I was just gonna say, and then once he finishes the spell, is gonna look at Ren and be like, "Please don't do that again."
Obviously, Ben is very in the process of recovering from all that, so he's just gonna like kind of like look over it, and I'd be like, yeah, on the list of things right now, I'm really gonna consider how I'm gonna babysit Tahiri next time there's a dragon around, because you know what, that happens so often.
Are you? How are you looking health wise?
Yeah, 10 points short of max, but that's fine.
Okay, and then it's gonna walk over, thump you on the forehead.
Hi, Itachi.
With the cure wounds.
How much does the cure wounds give?
6 HP.
Oh yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, and then he's gonna walk out of the room, and as he sees Ace, he's gonna be like,
Pretty much Ace is in the door frame.
"Excuse me, I have to go find Tahiri." Oh wait, Talos, are you okay? I'm sorry.
Your spell prepared what it could. I'll take to the surface damage myself later.
Okay, I'll heal you later if you need it. Excuse me, Ace. Also, welcome. Also, good to see you. Also, excuse me.
You missed a good fight, Ace.
Apparently. And I can only assume how it started.
For the record, the spiders were like that when we got here.
Honestly, I would have been fine if it was just the spiders that you guys dealt with.
Did you see those things?
I did.
They look like they came from that place down under. I swear I saw health bars. I don't even know what the health bar is.
Talos, you can't see Talos smile. He looks over at Ren. Spiders of the Underdark are much, much larger.
Don't tell me that.
he just there is no face to grin, but you can the way he tilts his head.
I will dunk you in a lake and see if you rust.
So I'm sure this may hopefully lighten up the mood, but he pulled out a bag of coin. I got a reward.
All 100 gold pieces.
Ren's gonna just smirk and be like, we got a dragon horde. Is this a contest?
Wasn't trying to.
Well, we should see what's here. The coin will be helpful, but if it has anything else interesting, it may have snatched up our prize that we came here for.
I mean, we got a fun story out of it. Isn't that the true reward?
Dallas looks over at Ren. Are you sure you want the story to be told how it played out?
I don't know. Me and Tahiri about to die, our lives flashing before our eyes, and then BAM! An amazing warforged jumps in to save us while our patronizing cleric scatters like a little chicken shit because he thought it was a sprite. I think it's a great story. If I was a bard, I would have a lute for it.
He also was considering that if any of you died, he's the only one who could bring you back.
I can still hear you, jackass.
Yeah, like Anodyne's only halfway down the steps.
Ren knows. Ren's purposely doing this to rub the dirt in it now.
Ren just had another near-death experience. He's venting. He's like, look.
I am like this close to becoming a Raven Queen adoptee. I don't think I really am ready for this. I'm taking a page from the Book of Sierra.
The fact that we have a Book of Sierra at this point.
It's a very colorful book.
Yes, very colorful.
With very colorful language in it.
Yes.
The FCC does not approve of it, though.
The book is currently going through its goth phase.
My favorite section, actually.
Oh, yes. It's fun. Excellent.
It's sponsored by Hot Topic.
Talos is going to look back towards the Dragon Horde, and I will cast Detect Magic.
Alright, you cast Detect Magic, and you sense 3 magical items in this horde. They're buried beneath the mounds of coins.
He's going to be careful and attempt to retrieve them so he can set them aside for later, because the both more fun and less fun part is going to be counting this coin. Like, I see a couple of items. The rest I think is mostly money. I'll set those aside.
Asking because Ren is still in that phase of like, I just escaped death. I'm feeling stupid. How high is the coin piles?
It's about a couple feet high.
Can I do an
It's just
acrobatics
mounds
roll?
of coins.
Can I do an acrobatics roll?
What for?
Are you going to Scrooge McDuck this shit?
Yes, I am.
Roll me
not gonna stop.
acrobatics.
If you start running at this thing with your arms out like this, Talos is going to just go stop and move out of the way. It's like,
Roll me.
If the DM allows it, I will
Roll
do it.
me an acrobatics check
Oh, I get a +5. so
with
this is gonna be
advantage
amazing.
because you're full of spite.
Yes, good.
I just want to see if you succeed.
Okay, that's one roll. If I do better, I'll be somehow shocked. We're going with the first roll. 22.
Describe to me how you run towards this pile of coins, please.
Talos is describing what he sees, and Ren finally actually looks over to look at the pile and goes, does some mental math of like, okay, the thing's about yay tall, coins are about yay thick. Doesn't say anything, but just stands up, stretches really quick, and literally just beelines it towards Talos, not even saying anything. Uses Talos as a springboard to go up, cartwheel, and just swan dive into the coins as if it is a pool.
How well does that go, DM?
You,
10 points.
you successfully swan dive. However,
It is coin, so I will
you
expect
take
damage.
4 points of bludgeoning damage because you're making contact with metal.
That's fair. No,
However, you're
Oh,
able to dive.
8.5.
You're able to dive into one of the piles like it's a pile of leaves.
I'm going for style here, not substance.
As
Let's
you
see.
do that, roll me an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Ace is like 10. Then wait, no, he's gonna hurt.
He rolls an
8.5.
You rolled an 8.
I have a -1 to investigation, so I am busy
Alright,
just enjoying the
that's alright.
coin.
You managed to come across a wooden box.
A wooden box.
A little ornate wooden box.
From the pile, a la R2 from Dagobah, Talos is going to see a hand with a box shoot out, spin around like a periscope and be like, very muffled, I found a thing!
Charles will carefully retrieve the box. So
Once
that
it's free from his hand, it retreats back into the coins, not to be seen.
you're
All
gonna
I'm imagining, all I'm imagining is the video of the dad trying to leaf blow a pile and suddenly child.
yeah. Suddenly there's a child in it, yes. Something like that.
Talos, how long does detect magic last?
My detect magic will last for 10 minutes.
Alright, so your detect magic is still up. You don't sense anything magical from this box.
I will still open the box and look in the box.
Alright, you
I'm just
open the
picturing
box, and inside you find 4 beautifully crafted silver goblets with moonstones set into the sides of them.
Interesting. Set aside.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go looking for those magical items.
Alright, Ren, since you're still swimming in the money like Scrooge McDuck, and Talos, you're going to be investigating as well. Both of you roll me investigation checks again. Your roll determines what item you find.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Ace,
because
if you would like to join in on investigation, please do so.
Because how this is, I'm picturing Talos being like, Ren, to your left. No, other left. God damn it, Ren, how do you not know what a left is?
Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Alright, Talos got a dirty 20.
16.
Ren got a 16. Ace, what did you get?
24, natural 20.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so both Talos and Ren find magic scrolls.
Ooh.
Ace, you find a battle axe of dwarvish make. And once you all kind of gather together and glance over the items you found, since your detect magic is still up, Talos, you get the feeling these 3 items you all have found are the magical items you were looking for.
X.
All I heard was eventually, I'm sorry.
Eventually. Yes. These are them.
Alright. So yeah, Ren and Talos each have magical scrolls in their hands. And Ace, you have this old battle axe that dwarven in manufacture, and looks like it has rust building up on the blade and the hilt. And tell me, what languages do you speak?
Only common and elvish.
Alright, there are dwarven runes carved into the handle. They spell out some sort of word, but unfortunately you cannot read it.
Who speaks runes?
What?
Who reads runes?
Ren shoots a hand out, shakes it as if he was shaking his head. Sorry.
I only speak Draconic, Common, and Undercommon. Don't think that would be one there.
No. Let's hope our healer or our troublemaker may know this.
Or has a spell to be able to read it.
As
Or that.
y'all are discussing that, we're gonna cut to Anodyne as he is searching for Tahiri. Anodyne, you hear a clank as a bunch of coins up at the top of the tower are being shifted around. You have no idea what your party members are up to because you're determined to find the little halfling of the group. You make your way down the old tower, out the door, past, and take a glance around. Roll me a perception check.
I will also verbally say, Tahiri. Because. God damn it. My fucking electronic dice hate me more than my physical dice. 7 was my total for perception.
You have no idea where she's walked off to.
Tahiri, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. You're still hurt. Let me heal you.
Tahiri, you hear this from behind the tower. Do you wish to respond?
She still has like her head buried in her knees.
Okay. 2 can play this game.
And then you also notice that Roberto is nowhere in sight.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out some bacon.
You are not gonna bribe my dog.
I'm going to pull out some bacon and be like, Roberto.
The little traitor.
Sarah,
Yes.
when you get the chance, roll a charisma saving throw for Roberto. The wolf sheet should have a charisma stat on it.
Yep.
And
You never think
Anodyne,
about
roll
the wolf.
persuasion.
Okay. Do I
With
get
advantage because you have the bacon.
Because I'm using bacon. Okay.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
Wolves' charismas are so bad.
Okay. Well, the dice
Okay.
still hate me, so.
Okay. Oh no.
Anodyne, what did you roll for persuasion?
19 was my high number.
Tahiri, what did Roberto roll for charisma saving throw?
So originally it was a natural 19, and then I rolled a natural 3 with a -2 to charisma.
No.
So 1.
Tahiri, you feel Roberto shift in your lap as his head perks up, and as he hears his name, and then he's sniffing the air. He lets out a wolfy bark, and then he runs back towards the front of the tower. Anodyne, you see Roberto running around from the back of the tower, and he's kind of like doing that little like happy dog dance when he's wanting to get a treat, and like spinning around, like.
Oh, all the
Not even
bacon.
in my lap because he's just like was curled up next to me because I'm like.
Oh, he was trying to stick his head in your lap. You still have, if you're sitting like this, you still have a window there that a dog will try to stick his head in.
He's doing the thing where he's just like, no.
Yeah.
So you said earlier that Roberto was unscathed, yes?
Yes, Roberto ran out of the room when you did because I forgot he was in the room during the fight and he would have instantly died at that weapon breath.
I'm gonna just sort of like give him the bacon and then just like give him a once over just to make sure he's okay. And then just like kiss him on the forehead. Be like, come on, let's go get Tahiri.
At the mention of Tahiri, he runs towards the back of the tower and he's leading you to her.
Okay. Tahiri.
You make your way towards the back of the tower and you see your little halfling companion with her face buried in her knees, sitting at the base of the stone wall of the tower.
Would you
not
also
acknowledging
like
you?
Bacon? I have more bacon. If you want some.
She's just sitting there. That's all that came to my mind this whole moment. That my wolf ran off.
Traitor. And Anand's gonna come over and just sort of like squat like near you but not facing you. Like kind of like squat like so you're both kind of facing like an X. And he's gonna be like, I don't think there was any way you would have known that there was going to be a dragon in that tower. But I hope you know now that dragons are very dangerous.
They're not supposed to be real. And they're supposed to be red. And that's not supposed to be real.
Can I impart my wisdom here on what I know about dragons growing up in like the city?
If you wish to.
Okay.
Roll a wisdom check to see
Okay.
how much. Both of you roll a wisdom check to see how much you're able to describe, and Tahiri, roll an intelligence check to see how much you're going to retain.
So dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you are able to impart all the wisdom you know of dragons
Hello.
as you sit down next to her and like explain to her all the different types of dragons that exist and their dangers.
Yep. So I'll describe the prismatic dragons as the evil ones, and I'll mention.
No, it's
They're-
the chromatic dragons as evil, metallics as good.
Yeah. And then that there are good dragons also,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're rare, but they do exist. And then he's gonna be like, have you seen a red dragon before in stories or?
Tahiri, what was your intelligence check?
13.
You are able to retain that chromatic dragons bad, metallic dragons good, and you're able to retain that they are rare, but they exist. However, you might need a second lesson on how dangerous each kind of dragon is. That's for another time, though.
He's a little bit shaken
Mhm.
at this point. I mean,
I mean,
throw a
understandable.
15-year-old in
And-
front of a dragon and see
and-
what happens.
I would say Anodyne, she's still a bit shaken from the fight, that while she was able to comprehend what you were telling her about dragons, she hasn't quite comprehended your question yet if she has ever encountered a red dragon before.
Okay. I'll just let it hang there, and I'll like give her kind of like a once over. I'm like, can I finish? Do you mind if I finish healing you?
There was a lot, and it had really gross breath, and it really hurt, and I didn't like that at all.
I know. You know how I know? You left a pile of gold up there unattended with Ren. Oh, and Ace is back too.
I imagine, like, the Blue Danube is playing as Ren is, like, haphazardly swimming through the piles of gold.
I feel like a
Hurricane here in Duckburg.
hurricane.
Tahiri, do you consent to getting more healing?
She's not verbally responding to that, but I don't think she's gonna fight it because 20 out of 38.
Yeah. Anodyne's just gonna kind of he's gonna put his hand out like, hey, why don't we go upstairs and grab some of that gold and I'll finish healing you.
She'll take his hand and just do much more subdued than she normally is.
For what it's worth, you were very brave.
Foolish, but brave.
Yes. The foolish was implied, but but he will like specifically say like you were very brave.
All right, so you guys are going to make your way back up the tower?
Mm-hmm. And then while we're doing that, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
All right, roll the healing dice.
So 14 more hit points back
All
to
right.
here.
Tahiri's almost back to max health.
Cool.
As you guys are making your way up the tower, Talos, Ren, and Ace, you all have taken more time to investigate the hoard of gold around you all. And while you haven't figured out what exact magic items you have yet, you have come to the realization that in this entire hoard, there are 800 silver pieces, 150 gold pieces, and you guesstimate that the 4 silver goblets with moonstones will be about 60 gold pieces in price for the whole set. Oh, actually 60 gold pieces each. So times that by 4, that is a lot of gold.
240?
240 gold pieces, yeah. So y'all found a hoard. A rather big hoard for a young adult dragon.
Sorry I lost my temper, y'all. Does anyone else need more healing? Are you guys...
It is understandable. Dragon fights can be stressful.
It was more stressful that I thought I was going to lose 3 friends today. 4 if you count Roberta.
Of
From
course.
the pile of money. We always count Roberto, you jackass.
Get over here.
Can't get out of the gold. Too heavy. Sorry. Try again later.
Uh,
The gold has become a weighted blanket for Ren.
right. I'll just
I
cast...
called it secretly a mimic roll.
I'll just cast Prayer of Healing again, which will take 10 minutes,
Okay.
and everyone gets 10 more HP,
Mm-hmm.
including Ace, in case Ace, got into some trouble along the way.
Anodyne, what languages do you speak?
Well, I know a little Common, but you already knew that. Dwarvish and Elvish.
The Ace found
You
a
think you know this?
Anodyne, you see as Ace holds up this old dwarven battle axe.
I'll just lay on his hands.
And Anodyne, roll me Arcana.
Yowza.
We also found a couple of scrolls, but we don't know what they are.
At the mention of the scrolls,
6.
6.
Ren's
I bestow upon you my inspiration.
Oh,
ooh,
okay. 17.
Yeah.
You get a sense of magic emanating off of this old battle axe.
Jump, 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 jump.
Mm-hmm. And you see the runes engraved upon the handle,
Mhm.
and they spell the word Hew.
Q?
Hew. Hew.
This is for Hugh. And I'll pass it back to Ace. No, it says Hugh on it.
slight groan and a coin is flicked at Anodyne from the pile.
Deck save.
Perhaps
It's just a single coin.
Oh, I still want to matrix this shit.
I have heard of
Like a
weapons.
coin to your healer?
I mean, we should be paying him more. This is what he must deal with. Perhaps.
Hold on. Did AJ just toss a coin to your healer?
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Welcome back, AJ.
While Anodyne is investigating the axe, Ren makes noise for Tahiri to come hither to the pile and hands her the scroll, being like, hey, you like magic shit, take this.
She's like on Roberto's back.
I'm just laughing at the irony because of the scroll you handed to her. Because I know what it is.
Oh no.
Yeah, Talos is
Does
tucking his.
Roberto ride me over to where Rin is for me to
He
grab it?
does. He does.
Okay, I take it.
Roll me. It's probably an investigation check.
Can I see if I can tell what this scroll is?
Roll an investigation check.
Do my eyes of the rune keeper help with this at all?
I'd say roll with advantage.
Thank
It
you
helps
for the
you
advantage.
read both the common and draconic script on the scroll.
Ooh, I could have read that scroll. That is a 19 for me.
19 for Talos.
18.
18 for Thierry. Talos, you have in your hands a scroll of lightning bolt.
Just what he needs. We
However,
gave
However,
them what's a man.
I will have to check and see if that is a class specific spell.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Probably is.
Thierry, you have a scroll of Misty Step. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
All Ren saw was gibberish, and he assumed it was some magical hokum. So he's like, "Hey, you do the thing here. I do the stibbity stabbity, and she does the hokety pokety."
Like, I can do this.
Can you thwack anodyne with it?
Talos looks at the scroll like, and he kind of blinks at it. This would have been handy to find before we fought the dragon.
And I would say with your high investigation as well, Talos, you recognize that the lightning bolt spell is suited for sorcerers and wizards, not paladins.
He kind of.
I believe spell scrolls anyone can use, but you have to roll for them.
Yeah.
I think it
That's how
depends.
I thought it.
I think it depends on the what is on the scroll.
Yeah.
But it's totally
That's something I would have to look up because I never use spell scrolls.
I'm pretty sure you have to be you at the very least have to be a caster, and wizards can transcribe.
Wizards can transcribe spell scrolls to their book as long as they have a spell slot level for it, and they have enough gold
And
for
they
it.
have the materials.
Yeah.
And Tahiri just is still looking at Ren and just kind of points to the scroll and goes, "This lets you do this," and Misty steps just like 10 feet to the left.
Ren just like gets really close. You're telling me you could have done that all the time?
I have to see where I'm going.
But all the times we could have been fucking with people?
By the way, Ace, these two aren't allowed to be alone together anymore. They're on probation.
I could have told you this when we were in Neverwinter.
I know, but you weren't here, and it was just me and Talos.
Well, anyway,
We were overpowered.
and I gave Anodyne back the axe.
Also,
are we
a very
taking
delayed
a short
thing.
rest by chance?
If y'all want to, a short rest is an hour.
Do you think that maybe we should?
I
Take this
think
short
it'll
rest?
take you an hour to get all that gold and stuff into a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it on the first floor, not the dragon access.
Are we
Floor.
keeping on this?
I doubt he will return, but that is good caution.
Are we keeping on this? It's gonna be heavy.
Talos beat the crap out of it by rules of many fighters. It's Talos's. So Talos decides.
I will be able to carry it. My equipment is not that.
She just opens her bag, lays it on the ground, and starts like shoveling.
Yeah.
Okay, to help Tahiri, Ren's gonna take his giant sword, put it on the floor like a essentially like a plow.
Quarter pressure games
Yeah,
at the gas station.
and be like, Tahiri, get behind the sword and help push. Nobody's gonna start shoving it in.
Hey, where's
Oh,
your
shit.
shield? We can use it like a shovel.
We can split it
Clever.
among once we have it all together. We can figure that out later.
Tahiri and Ren are just in,
Steal
like,
from a fucking dragon. This is gonna end great. This is Sarah speaking, not Tahiri.
Tahiri and Ren are just in Luke Goblin mode. Like, okay, let's put it in the bag. Come on, hurry, come on, let's go. Shiny's in the bag.
Sarah's going, wonderful idea. Let's steal from the fucking dragon who can smell everything.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. There are 5 of us. It's fine.
Technically, we defeated it because it ran away.
Exactly.
It did run away, and it's lucky that I had just used my divine smite on that other previous attack, because I could have, if I hadn't used it in those attacks, I could have applied it to my sentinel attack. And she's like, "Hey, woman!" Fucking. I forget every time how fucking terrifying Conqueror Paladins are.
Ren's like, busy shoving and things with Tahiri and looks over at Talos. You said the thing you found, it was for sorcerers, right?
Can be used by wizards or sorcerers. It is, I believe, a scroll of lightning bolt. Although what level and what spell level I do not know. But it seems, but it is quite a powerful spell.
Does Talos have it out in his hand visibly?
Yeah, he's still looking at it.
Can I roll a sleight of hand to yoink it while we're pushing the stuff past him?
Roll a sleight of hand check. You have to beat his passive.
What's your passive?
My passive is a 17.
Ren accidentally says the word yoink before his hand goes over, and Talos is able to grab it away. We're not going to talk about what I rolled.
Yeah, like he hears yoink, and he just he swoops it away, and does this slow robot head turn towards Ren. If you ask nicely, you can have it.
May I please have the thing?
I'm concerned with the way Talos said that.
He will roll the scroll back up and hand it to Ren.
Laces into his new coat that is hopefully not completely ruined. God damn, that coat is brand new.
Yeah, you took acid damage.
I think
It was poison, but the poison's still not good for clothes.
It poisonous, gaseous acid damage.
Ren's just gonna look at it and be like, "We're not going back to that tailor. I think my outfit will give them a heart attack after they worked hard to make it."
I'm sure there are ways to repair the damage.
Repair before they see. Never let an artist see that you ruined their work.
But yes, I agree. I will gather some broken furniture that is about, and I will start a fire downstairs.
Nice.
Gather some stuff and then go downstairs to.
It is about like midday, or very early evening at this point.
Speaking of being midday, do you want to take a break? Is this a good break time?
We are at 1 hour, so if we want to do that, we can do so. We actually started roughly on time tonight. However, well, let's see if Chrome's working now. If not, I'll just manually set up a break screen on Twitch.
Okay. I just have to pee.
Okay. You go ahead and head off to go use the restroom if you need to.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay, so this might be something that's very easy. Now that we know what the scroll is, do I just add a custom item as it for the inventory, or is there an actual?
There is based on the level of the spell, you can add that level spell scroll.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And nope, Chrome is still not working for me, so I'll
Go
just
figure.
do manual scene change. So anyone who is watching, we are going to take a quick break real quick. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. So hold on to your butts, and we'll see you all soon. Let's get everybody unmuted here. And scene change. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. Ow, my neck. That hurt.
I heard that.
That's gonna get clipped later. That's for sure.
As someone who's in their 30s and can't crack their neck like that, can I just call you like rude?
One second.
Okay, that's just now you're just showing off.
Yep.
All of us in our 30s and up can we?
If only I could crack my back even more. I wish I could do that.
27.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, Sarah, give Paige a bear hug and snap the back.
Please snap my spine. Snap it like a fucking pretzel, please.
I think I'm gonna say glow stick.
Crack my back like a glow stick, please.
Crack the back like a glow stick and shake her till she starts to light up.
Bring some light back in my life somehow.
I made a singular grunt when getting out of bed this morning, which meant, oh, Sarah needs a back massage, and he dug the fuck into my lower spine. It hurt like a bitch.
Hey, he's just trying to help the muscles.
He's trying to help.
It's a no bones day. He's trying his best.
I have to be very careful if I show any exertion of pain in this house. No.
You just make one slight whimper and Rogue comes barging through the door.
You're not wrong.
Like, and with the alert sound from Solid Snake.
There's Chalice building a fire. Yes.
Alright, so you guys are taking your short rest in the tower. I'll say during this time you've managed to shovel all of the coins into Tahiri's bag of holding. Talos has made a fire at the base of the tower, which luckily, since there's a hole in the fucking roof, the smoke is able to flow out normally.
Yeah.
You all just convene down at the very bottom of the tower around this fire as you take your short rest. So if you wish to roll any hit dice during this time, you may do so. And just kind of catch up, since Ace has been gone for about a day and a half.
How was your journey, Ben?
Fairly decent. No random squirrels playing instruments.
No hobgoblins.
No hobgoblins.
We ran into some hobgoblins.
Not even a single goblin or hobgoblin or ogre?
Nope.
Apparently, they were looking for a bounty. It seems to be a lot of hobgoblin tribes will work as mercenaries. They're smarter than people give them credit for.
But you know, my journey back and forth has been fairly quiet.
Mentioning the bounty, Brendan goes like, "Oh yeah, didn't we keep the wanted poster?"
I believe Tahiri.
It was not my face this time.
But it was a familiar name.
That's loud.
There was a familiar name on the bounty of the spider.
The most recent bounty poster y'all came across was of Anodyne.
Yeah.
And the
Tahiri
nose wasn't
was
done right.
Tahiri was the first bounty poster. And yes, the same
Something about
signature
war
of the black
crimes.
spider.
Black spider.
Something about
If we
war
need to leave a
crimes or
threatening
crimes against
message,
humanity.
I do read and write undercommon. I think it will be strike a little closer to home if we threaten them in their native tongue. It's part of the reason why I learned how to speak to dragons.
See, this is why a helmet is important. No one knows your face.
That's
They may
actually
not
a
know
really
your
good point.
face. But someone like Tahiri and I could totally ring you like a bell.
I'm interested to see how they portray me if I too will earn this wanted poster. Will that be the first bounty that someone has placed on my head? Granted, the one I can recall was a merchant who tried to claim I was his property because I took a shutdown near his cart. He wasn't so much a bounty as a missing poster because he intended to sell me. He kind of glances out the window a bit. I convinced him to reconsider.
That's good because people ain't property.
So, Tiri,
Mm.
first dragon. How are you? How are you
First
holding?
what?
Your first dragon. How are you holding up?
I'm a good.
Do any of us believe that?
I don't think Tyler's gonna believe this. It's like, He kind of.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Do any of us believe that Tahiri is actually all good?
Deception check of 6. I am very convincing.
I think our passive insight could probably
Your
be
passive insight tells y'all she is not okay.
Cal kind of things for a minute. Moves up to Tahiri. Would you like to learn how to tell the dragon to fuck off in its own language?
They have their own language.
Yeah.
Indeed, they do.
That's weird.
Well, they like
The
to.
really big lizards decide to make up their own language.
So did elves and dwarves. They are a people. A large, scaly people, but a people.
A people that a certain occupation find very attractive, which I can now comprehend. Knew this one guy. Every time he saw a dragon flying overhead, he called it his wife.
Could have been. They are known to sometimes take mortal forms.
Every dragon he sees, though, he can't be that. He can't be that charming.
Hold on, tell
Was
us.
he a bard?
No, he was a bit of an ass.
Tell us. We haven't mentioned the guy, have we? There's a man in this village who's just hanging out. He's the one who actually warned us of the dragon.
Yes, and the dragon didn't seem to pay him any mind. I found that odd.
Maybe they're in a relationship.
Well, if he's still there, he may come to investigate the lack of a dragon. It was quite loud.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to grab the thing we came for and then skedaddle before we run into that dragon again.
You can't tell, but there's this like tilt to Talos' head. It looks almost like a grin. Like, I wouldn't mind saying hello again. But I understand. An advantage of this body is that poison does not affect me as much. It eats away at the more wooden parts of my body. It's certainly done a number on my metallic plating, but that can be fixed.
Quick question from me, the DM. Who is wielding the battle axe?
I gave it to Anodyne.
Anyone has it, but it's not like actively like swinging it around. It's kind of just like sitting next to him.
Who is wishing to keep it?
Would anyone like this weapon of mass and destruction?
I would
Looks
like
good.
to know what it
Breaks my aesthetic though.
I'd like to know what it is first. I we can sell. It said Hugh.
Yes. HEW.
You want it?
That doesn't. Well, it's not how you would spell the name. Perhaps. Can I inspect the battle axe? Technically, Talos has been around for a long
Do you have
time.
any means of identifying a magical item?
Other than detect magic, I would be able to tell what kind of, if it's enchanted, I'd be able to tell what kind of enchantment it has, but not like what school. No, I would just be able to tell that it is enchanted,
All right.
which is how I knew it was there.
Well, when you had detect magic up earlier, you could tell it was definitely an enchanted weapon, of +1 grade.
+1. Okay. All I can tell of it is that it is enchanted to be stronger. But Talos will hold on. I will. I'll see if I can clean up some of the rust. See if there's any more runes hiding anywhere. He has like. This is an integrated tool is smithing tools. So actually, like his hand sort of splits, sort of swings around, and a set of tools sort of comes out. To think John Silver from Treasure Planet, something like that. And he starts buffing out the rust.
To your surprise, Talos, the rust comes off without any like struggle. It was like it was a light coat, and it only takes you a matter of minutes, and then the axe is already back to a pristine, clean condition.
And can I be looking over his shoulder and just like reading what's on it?
Do you read Dwarvish?
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper. I read everything.
All you see is that the name Hugh, Hew, is inscribed on the hilt of the axe.
Yeah, she's just staring at it.
During all this, Ren's kind of repeating the word hue over and over to the point where it kind of gets monotonous. And then goes, doesn't hue mean to cut? Kind of redundant putting the word that means cut onto an axe. As if someone doesn't know what this is for.
Well, with the enchantment on it, they would be very good at doing that. But this is a battle axe. Is this a two-handed or one-handed weapon?
It's a battle axe, so I believe it is a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of there's a Pathfinder Dwarven Axe that is both. For anyone not a dwarf, it's a two-handed weapon, but for a dwarf, it can be used as one hand because of how heavy its made is. But yeah, he'll. If no one wants it, I will hold on to it. I don't know if I will end up using it, but we may find a dwarf who is interested in such a thing. They may pay a high price for it.
I could put it in my bag.
Would it be okay in there, or would it risk cutting the inside?
I think I'll, sort of set it on his back. It can stay here for now. Who knows? You may find a door we need to break open.
The pensiveness finally fades, and Ren goes, "Hey, Talos, how far do you think you can throw it?"
Axe is heavy. I could throw it hard, but not far. Depending on where I'm standing, though, we're on top of a hill. I could probably throw it a fair distance up or down the hill, but it wouldn't be very effective for me in ranged combat. I would stick to my javelins.
Ren's kind of like leaning to look at it. Do you gang fancy little wager who can throw something the furthest? What the hell?
Brian, what the fuck just happened?
I went to a different tab and it automatically started playing the video that was on it.
Oh,
That
Are
Sorry,
you
happens.
guys.
watching porn while we play?
I really wish.
I
He's
wouldn't
also at
blame
work.
you.
So it sounds like he's still at the office. So that would not be.
Perfect.
I
Nice.
mean, not gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes while
gotta.
like I'm waiting for my turn in D&D, I'll read smut.
Yeah, you just gotta
Oh,
have
yeah.
the time.
Granted, my Twitter is full of spice, so I just gotta like I'll absentmindedly open my Twitter while I'm like at work because like I think I got like, a message about someone else tweeting. I'm like, oh, what is it? I can't look at this in public. I forgot. It happened.
But, Ren's gonna be like, you lot fancy a game of who can throw something the furthest, just to unwind for a bit.
I just gotta listen up.
could certainly do so.
Hey Tahiri, how far do you think you can throw an axe
Mm,
without magic?
totally the farthest.
Bet you 5 gold I can throw further than you.
I'm the strongest. I'm the strongest.
Need I remind you, y'all are still inside at the base of the tower.
Oh yeah.
And I was actually gonna ask. So now that once we finish resting, should we go grab the thing from the alchemist place and then get the heck out of here?
I would like to ask a couple questions of the old man, but yes, that might be best.
If we have time, I think we should get out of here before it gets dark.
Well, I personally would like to know if there will be more undead here to deal with them. I understand the need to leave before our scaly friend decides to come home.
All right, you get the little the dead people tingle, don't you?
Yeah, I'm running low on things that I can do to help us at this moment. So
I have my healing ways, but I only have so many per day.
Samesies. With the entire group, I think only 2 of us can't do any form of healing, can they?
Actually, I think only one because Ace is even though Ace is a spell archer, he still has second wind because he's a fighter.
Yeah,
How's
no,
about
I only do
Roberto?
damage.
That's from
Pretty.
Roberto.
Granted, he can only heal himself.
Yeah, I just meant that Roberto can't do any healing magic.
Oh yeah, Roberto. Yeah.
You guys always forget about Roberto. Ren's gonna hand Roberto a snack to be like,
we
"Hey, I
try
haven't
to
forgotten
keep
you,
him
buddy."
out of combat because he's just poor Wolfie.
I gave him bacon today.
Roberto's gonna gain a lot of weight because of this party.
Well, I mean, he was starving in a goblin cave when we found him, so that's not a bad thing. Hell,
He's
hell,
overcompensating.
every night we stayed at the inn, he got a full meal because the nice innkeeper kept putting food in front of Talos, not quite realizing he doesn't eat food. So he just gave the food to Roberto. Anyway, once we've rested up, we should claim our prize and see if the old man is being inquisitive or not.
Yeah, we can either do that.
He may know more about things than we give him credit. We didn't speak to him very long, since right after we started speaking to him, we heard the roar.
And we're glad you heard it. Ren makes finger guns. Also, how come the old man didn't tell you that there's a dragon here before we left?
He told us as I think you were discovering that there was. Wait, you mean back in the other place?
Yeah. No one else know about the dragon before we got here?
I think just the man in the village here.
Huh.
An abandoned town that I'm not sure why Thunder Tree has been abandoned or what happened to it. But when things like that happen, people tend to stay away unless they know something is here.
Yeah, just
If this rumors about the gold that we found were here, people may have come, but
true. Okay. I just figured, gossip.
Who said said that Anodyne says he's from Waterdeep. Yes.
Yep.
Who all was from Waterdeep?
I was
Anodyne?
from a city with a decent sized slum. I don't remember quite where we
Waterdeep
said
would
that.
be a city like that.
Okay, so then I'm from Waterdeep. I
Okay,
remember.
so three of you are from Waterdeep. Ren, where were you from?
Ren just kind of just traveled. He doesn't have a permanent
Okay.
location.
And Talos is from another plane of existence. So I need all of my Waterdeep residents to roll me a history check, since Waterdeep is north of Neverwinter.
Oh, right, we are close to it. Shit.
Is this specifically relating to the dragon, though?
No, it's just a general history check. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Somehow you know what happened to Thundertree. Anodyne
13.
got a 21.
21, yes.
And Ace, what did you get?
13.
Ace, you heard about the ruin of Thundertree growing up, but you never really heard what happened to it. Both Anodyne and Tahiri remember that 30 years ago, the eruption of Mount Hotnow towards the north devastated the city. That's why the buildings are crumbled and half melted, and that also explains why the ash zombies exist. They were formed out of the ash of the erupting volcano. However,
I mean, this place is all Pompeii, so.
as you're all thinking about it, Tahiri, with your natural 20, you're the first one to pipe up about it.
I mean, this whole town went all Pompeii and all, so.
I'm sorry? Did that noodle just use a noodle?
Did that noodle just use its bones?
We have I don't get that reference, but I'll be happy to get an explanation after the stream.
That explains the whole, waves his hand above him in a circle like this. Volcanoes don't exactly spit out dragons, though.
No, but no one would come back to check on the town if there was nothing left but lava.
Good point.
Dragons tend to make lairs or at least dens where there's low population, unless they're older. And sometimes they just sometimes they'll just burn a castle down and live in that. But that's usually the older, bigger ones. A young one would need somewhere out of the way in order to grow and be left alone.
Why does everyone know all this stuff about these creatures? They're not supposed
From
to be real.
From its size, I think this was a young one.
For what it's worth, Thierry, I'm learning as we go.
Yes, Tahiri, this was a younger dragon.
Why do you all know so much about these things?
There are some things about myself I do not know, but I am somewhat familiar with dragons.
I was explaining to Tahiri that there are essentially 10 different kinds.
Many kinds, many demeanors. Green.
Tahiri has that look on her face like it's review day before a big test in middle school, and you're just like, oh my god, I know this already. Like,
I'm picturing Tahiri is Beast Boy during the episode of Teen Titans where they deal with Mad Mod and just it's all static. The mouth is just slack jaw and a little drop of drool, like, nope, gone. Sorry, try again later.
math class. That's what it is.
All of us have flashbacks to high school math. So the old dude, back to that thing.
Mhm.
Is he friendly or is he just kind of crotchety?
Neutral, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
neutral.
blasé.
Didn't have much time to get a read on him.
He was like, the dragon's disturbed, and then he walked away. Like, oh, okay.
No, well, he said the
So,
dragon
what?
is disturbed, and we knocked on the door. He said the dragon has been disturbed. We closed the door and we left.
Ah,
Yeah,
we should
just
probably
like
go
if they
find out
said
more.
dragon, and we left you alone with Tahiri.
it could have been. It could have been Ace. Not that
Ace
it
wouldn't have
was.
left Tahiri in the building.
To be fair, we tried a leash once. It didn't work.
Well, let us go find the old man and hope that they're not skedaddling out of here.
We might be very concerned as to why the dragon is no longer here.
I mean, they just got prime real estate now.
Mhm.
Their property value. Tell us, you just made their property value go up. You should tell him you want a reward.
You're gonna need a reward. We have received a reward. The dragon's hoard.
Semantics. Yeah, okay.
Wonder if all the money is crushing my pillows.
Don't worry about it. Red just goes, don't worry about it.
And here he opens the bag and takes out a pillow to make sure it's still floofy.
Because the interior of a bag of holding is just a miniature astral sea, the pillows come out undamaged.
Okay, we're glad he puts it back.
I don't know why, but I always kind of picture the interior of a bag of holding like the conveyor things at a laundromat. You put your hand in, it rotates around until you get what you want.
Yeah.
And it's all just kind of floating in the abyss until you call upon it.
Mm-hmm.
I totally just realized that we could call it the Laura Bailey instead of the Laura Ashley collection, and it would be just as relevant.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
See yourself out for that.
No, stop! This is how we get copyrighted by Critical Role!
That's why I said get out.
Nope.
We can't afford their lawyers.
I love you,
They
Laura
have
Bailey.
their
You're
own IP and domain now. I am too broke to be sued.
Hopefully anyone-
they're only doing that. They've, according to their statement, that's to prevent major companies from taking over their shit. It has nothing to do with small fans.
I
like
know. I know.
They're not Disney. We're fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think.
I mean, they could. Wait, couldn't they technically use that IP to take down shops on Redbubble and Teespring, since those are mass production sites, even for individual art?
That actually was an issue with Disney copyrighting the word Loki.
Yeah.
Because Redbubble doesn't recognize the differentiations, and it's automatically removing stuff.
Also,
Even
you
it's
can't
not
copyright
Disney
the name of a god.
The thing was,
They
though,
did
they weren't
Kind of like
copyrighting
how
it.
they tried to copyright Dia de los Muertos, which is a sacred Hispanic holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they successfully filed for and received that copyright a few years ago. It's just that only now has Redbubble been like, oh, like automatic removal of anything with Loki in the title, because they have that copyright.
And it's not for the
So
god
it's not
itself.
Marvel's Loki, it's just Loki.
Yeah, the thing was meant to be for the Marvel version.
Yeah, but some sites like Rebel.
They didn't. They just didn't. They were careful. They were not as careful with their wording as they should have been, and it's fucking
Yeah.
people up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the wish spell. You have to be precise with your wording.
Disney monkey pot it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they did it the way that was beneficial to them. It just fucked everybody else up.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, and the Norse pagans are not happy.
No.
Yes,
Right,
but keep in mind, most of these enterprises are very. Paganism doesn't still exist.
I still would like to see them try to copyright Jesus Christ.
That would it would be very on brand, and I would laugh. Granted, I would also
Oh,
be. I would hysterically at first, but then I would also be upset. So I'm like, that's still not cool. You still
would
shouldn't
be-
be able.
It would be the arrival of the apocalypse if they succeeded.
Oh yeah, that would be shooting themselves in the head.
Are you good out there, buddy? Jesus.
I
It is
osmosis
10
thing.
o'clock at night. Why are you revving your engines, man? Sorry.
Small dick.
Small
I apologize
dick
to Hannah. I apologize to Hannah through osmosis, but if Disney does copyright Jesus, I want him to have Mickey's voice.
Yeah.
I need it.
I mean, Mickey is basically a deity now.
Just saying.
He
I
has
just
a
want him
cult
to be like-
following.
All I want is one Disney thing of Jesus coming out of the thing after the 3 days, going, "Oh, I'm back, guys," and just everyone going,
again. I rise from the ashes.
And this is
that's
when
it.
our stream just goes
"That's it. That's all I
shuts
want."
down.
I'll die happy. I will be leaving everyone else alone. I will close up shop and leave.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Dad's
So you
calling me
guys
to
want to go check in on that old man, yes?
I would like to go check out the old man.
I would say a minimum of 1 hour has passed, so you have completed a short rest.
So,
You put out...
Oh,
I'm trying to keep this family together, y'all.
it was stuck in my brain and I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I actually wanted to go to the alchemy shop.
You still have to find it. You know the general area of where it is, but you still haven't found it yet.
Okay, I thought he pointed it out before the dragon.
He
Pointed
pointed
the
it
dra-
out, but y'all ran for the dragon first.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
it's
I will-
great. Kind of the way we can go is it's kind of on the way to the alchemy shop.
yes, perhaps we should find that first, and maybe not split up. Now that I think about it. Twig blights.
All right. So you want to try to find the herbalist shop before you head back to the old man?
If that's all right with everyone, and he'll look around.
That'll do.
Any objections from anybody?
Ren's got none.
All right, so you guys pack up your small little rest camp you made. You put out the fire, and you leave the tower. Talos, you said you're still carrying the battle axe, yes?
Yes.
Upon stepping out of the tower, now outside with the trees surrounding you, you're not humanoid. You're a warforge. However, you're experiencing a feeling of uneasiness as you and your party slowly make your way down the winding path down the hill between the trees. You let out these metallic sneezes. You don't have a nose.
I don't have a nose.
What was that?
Anodyne is traumatized upon witnessing a warforged sneeze.
Did they program a sneeze noise into your matrix? What was that? What happened? What just explain?
That anime like dip slide thing Ren just does to get really close to tell us. What the fuck did you just do?
I think this axe is giving me a cold.
Achoo!
You don't have sinuses.
I'm
How do we
aware.
know that?
The visual math meme appears in front of Ren's face. He's trying to comprehend a metallic being with sinuses. Gets really close to Talon.
Unfortunately, the player does have sinuses, and his sinuses hate him.
And the DM takes advantage of all this to put into her story.
Of course.
Ren just goes, "Are you telling me you can catch a cold?"
I'm not sure. I do feel a bit odd, though. Now that we've left the tower.
Maybe it's a virus.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Ren lifts his shirt over his nose and goes 6 feet away. He just like starts like
I mean-
backing away.
I mean,
like this.
it is considering that the mask that he currently has over his face, it looks like a raven. So he looks like he's a workforce
Plague
plague doctor.
doctor. You are a metal plague doctor with a cold.
Yeah. Well, granted, that's kind of how I felt when I was a plague doctor at work because I was sneezing a lot too.
When Ren gets close to Hiri, he pulls her shirt up as well. Don't breathe the same air that he breathes until we know for sure.
I don't.
Okay.
Protect the child.
Okay.
I don't breathe.
And how do your sinuses work? Ren is just like in the corner trying to lament all of this.
I'm not sure what's. I don't know what happened.
What's happening?
Is
To the old man, please.
no to the herbalist shop, then to the old man. He's going to like
The necklace, and then the old man.
tell us to kind of like glance around. He's a little uneasy for some reason.
As you make your way down the winding path of the hill and you make it back into the center of town, the further away you get from the trees, Talos, the less you feel uneasy. And yes, Anodyne?
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you mind if I look for the shop?
Yeah, roll me investigation check with advantage because you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know the general area that the old man pointed you in.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean
No,
to.
you're good.
Does that mean
Talos will look
Talos now has
towards
communication?
the trees. As you would notice as you got farther away, he kind of glances back towards the trees, squinty face. If he could, in like the eye, the eyes kind of go. Ring.
Does that mean that Talos now has beef with the Lorax?
Who knows?
Oh knows. Yeah, he's gonna look towards the trees, see if he sees anything moving.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, you Wunsler.
What'd you get, Anodyne?
19.
Let me look at the map real quick where y'all are. Yeah, you're at the little, kind of cross section at the base of the hill where the, tower was. Across from you is a more rundown building, and you look towards your left, you see a T-junction, and towards, like, the right turn of the T-junction, you see an old rundown building, with an apothecary sign.
Ah, I see. And he's gonna look around for twig blights, keeping her out, and then be like,
You don't
We just
see any baby Groots anywhere.
we just have to pop in, grab the thing, get our reward, and then go talk to the old man and get the heck out of here.
I'm going to sidle up next to Ren and very quietly whisper, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember why we came here.
Do you remember the mother and 2 kids?
Their dad was in my bag for a bit.
Yeah, him. For saving them, they said that we can get a thing here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So keep an eye out for thing.
it's a necklace.
Okay.
Ren just looks down. You have no idea what we're looking for, do you?
Shop! She's just gonna like head in.
Ren just laughs at the idea that Tahir is just like, nope, I know what we're doing. We're good.
So you guys just follow Anodyne.
It's fine.
You guys are following
It's the
Anodyne.
50-year-old with ADHD.
Yep.
I feel attacked by that.
What, the 15-year-old with ADHD?
Yes.
I know it well.
I feel attacked so much. You guys are following Anodyne towards the herbalist shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys make your way down the roads, and you come across a ruined shop that is cluttered with sagging storage shelves and broken furniture. Shards of glass and pieces of pottery glint in the weeds and rubble next to rotted books and casks. So a lot of the walls have fallen out, and you're able to see inside the shop. The door has burnt away from the ash and the heat of the lava explosion of the mountain 30 years ago. Just from a quick glance, any herbs, potions, other concoctions, whatever was in the store are long expired and unuseful.
But do any look cool?
You see, what could have been a couple of cool potion bottles, unfortunately, are smashed and scattered over the ground.
I need some glue.
Alright, you guys are trying to find the necklace, yes?
Mhm.
Yep.
Everyone in search of the necklace, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh,
That tracks.
yep, that tracks as well.
15.
Lucky 13.
17.
So
9.
15 Anodyne, 13 Ren, 17 Ace, 9 Tahiri, Talos.
At 20 for a 22.
Alright, so Talos, Anodyne, and Ace, y'all glance around quickly and all at once, though Talos a little bit faster, spot a wooden case buried. Oh, actually, no, I described this the wrong way. My bad. Retcon that. You're scanning around the shelves and everything, trying to look for something. Talos is the first to notice it, but Ace and Anodyne notice afterwards. What looks like a false backing on one of the shelves. Ren is searching shelves as much as he can. He doesn't find anything that pertains to any jewelry. And Tahiri is just staring at the broken potion bottles on the ground, lamenting their loss.
Kind of try seeing what pieces fit.
Mm-hmm. Talos, Ace, and Anodyne have all found a false backing to one of the cupboards.
Talos will push it to see if it slides off or.
You lightly push on the wood and it clicks, and the little door, it's like you push in, and then when you pull your hand back, the door kind of springs forward. And inside you see a small wooden case.
Ooh, good find, Talos.
Pick it up.
Alright. The case is made of regular pine wood. There's not a lot of worth to it, but when you open it up, you find a golden necklace with a fine emerald pendant.
I believe this is what we came for.
Upon further glance over, you guesstimate that this necklace is worth 200 gold pieces. It's a very expensive necklace that Myrna has given to you all as repayment for saving her family.
What a sweetheart. So, off the table. Are we splitting everything evenly, or were
That
some
is
people...
up to you guys. Just as long as one of y'all has been keeping track of loot, y'all decide how you split it all up.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if anyone was being like sticky fingers, like Ran was like, well, for me, or Tahiri's like,
I believe
all the Dragon Horde gold is in Tahiri's bag.
okay.
And
Yes.
Ace handed over the gold pouch he got from
I
Carbon
do-
Wester. I don't know who took it, though.
I didn't hand it over. I was planning on splitting it eventually.
Okay.
We get somewhere that'd be easy.
So Ace still has the orc bounty with him of 100 gold pieces. Tahiri has the entire hoard in her bag.
800 silver pieces, 100 gold pieces,
150 gold pieces.
250 gold pieces, and the 4 chalices and the box, which totaled up to 240 gold.
Gold pieces. Yes.
Cool.
To me, please.
And
Take a picture
then
of that and send it to me, please.
and then Talos has the scroll of lightning bolt. Ren has the scroll of misty step, and Talos is also carrying the +1 axe.
I thought I had this one.
Yeah,
Unless you gave it back to Ren, Tahiri has the scroll of misty step.
For now.
Yeah.
You guys know I don't take notes, so
yeah.
y'all have to take your own notes of what you
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah.
Rolled an impulse thing. Seeing the necklace when they pull it out, Ren's gonna be like, "We should give it to the family.
I was considering that.
Just mail
Or
it
at
to
least
them."
bring it back to them and see if they would like to keep it.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't give them the choice. Just send it back to them.
Why don't we just drop it off next time we go through there, which should be soon, right?
That works. But we can just mail it to them. That way they can't give it back to us and try that whole, "Oh no, we're giving it as a thing." Blah, 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 blah. No.
You've seen the Llama Express here. It's not very fast.
No.
I mean, Ace got there and back in like what, a day and a half.
Ace also is barely sleeps, I think.
Yeah.
But that was more Ren's way. Like, we can literally just send Ace to do it in the middle of the night.
I mean, I sleep the average hours of sleep. I'm not an elf.
I'm sorry, I just assume Ace is one of those humans that somehow manages to get a full rest from 5 hours.
Oh, I love those people.
No.
So we'll agree to that as a soldier background.
Look,
Yeah.
look, I am a firm believer that should be an option if you take the variant human trait.
Well, that should be an option.
Like, yeah, you the
Insomnia? Insomnia should be one of the options.
Yeah, the feat is nice, but just like, but that little adjacent is like you like that little just that little adjacent of you somehow gain a full nice rest in half the time of a full rest.
Spectrum actually has a warlock ability where they don't require sleep too. They just need to be like chill. Like they can be walking, or they can be reading, or they can be.
Yeah.
Like off table, I've always pictured Ace just popping caffeine pills like the entire trip, just so that he's always alert.
Mushroom.
Oh yeah, I think I have that trait as well on Graham. He has that. Well, granted, it's because he's undying, so he doesn't really need to sleep. He just needs to he gets to sit there and be creepy. But yeah.
Ren just suggests we give it. Go ahead.
Okay, put it back in the box and put it away for safety, and we can make that official decision when we get back.
Fair enough. They lost so much. I just think we should give them something and not have them start over with nothing.
Yes. So once we're looking around, is there like any pictures, or I guess pictures isn't
Nope.
right? But like
No evidence.
This is a ruin.
Yeah, that.
no mementos or anything. Okay, I just wanted to see
No.
if there was like anything just in case. But
The only thing that managed to survive was this necklace because it was hidden.
Yeah. So we should go talk to the old man and then get the hell out of here. Because we may be able to ask him about, the thing that we've been trying to find. Because he's a wise old man living in he's a mysterious old man. He may know mysterious things.
Damn
Luke
focus.
card. Yes. Yes. Well, we should go talk to the mysterious old man.
Okay, do you guys all follow out to go talk to the old man?
Yep.
And is there an interesting looking spot on the ground where the bottles are shattered? If not, I'm just staring at that. or if there is.
Does anyone grab Tahiri and guide her out of the shop?
Ren just scoops her and just walks out the door with her.
She's had a rough
like
enough
a
day.
is.
While walking out, Ren's like, Tahiri, we may need your detective outfit for some questions.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh
Hold
no.
on, is Ace saying "oh no" out loud for Ren to hear it?
No, this is AJ.
Okay,
No,
go ahead. Because Ren had a response.
Internally, Ace is doing that.
Do I need the detective outfit or do I need a disguise?
Just the outfit.
I put on the hat. I put on the monocle. And I use disguise self to give myself a moustache.
I regret asking about what kind of mustache.
Curly.
Could have stayed in Phandelver. I could have stayed in Phandelver.
Little bars.
It's not Phandelver, it's Phandalin.
Phandalin. I could have stayed in Phandalin.
Ren looks Anodyne in now. She's cooperative. You're welcome.
What can I say except you're
If you're
welcome?
welcome.
She's way too pleased with herself to even notice this conversation is taking place with her right fucking there.
Like, yeah, she's like arms length in front of Ren.
Listen. She's a traumatized being already. Like, she knows how to turn that shit off to function.
This is Ren's way of getting Tahiri to cooperate, getting to the old man.
So Anodyne is going to kind of try to figure out if there's like any parchment or like anything he can write on to like start drawing pictures of dragons for Tahiri.
What all do you have in your inventory?
If he tells us a sketchbook.
Are you asking everybody? Or
Oh,
are
no,
you
no,
just
no.
looking?
Just looking. I have ink, but I don't have anything to ink on.
Unfortunately, there is no paper in this fucking town.
That makes sense, yeah. Okay, I'll make a note to maybe get something next time we stop by a town.
Tell us has extra paper and stuff in his bag because he has.
Oh wait, hold on. I was looking
charcoal.
at my inventory. My bad.
Sorry, quick question. Good night, Ray. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye.
I just noticed the comment now. I'm so sorry. I don't pay attention to chat much. It's been a night.
Yeah.
So you make a mental note to buy some parchment.
Fuck! Something dragon
I
related.
just finished my drink.
Someone hydrated the channel.
Yep.
I have some water.
I'm swallowing my own spit. That's hydration.
That does not count.
It does on my stream.
It only counts on Roastly fans.
I am so mad.
Papa
I
New
missed
Year's
that.
kiss, spit in my mouth if you love me.
I'm so
I'm
mad
gonna
that I
go get
missed
water.
that. I'm so mad I missed that.
Thankfully, it was clipped for all.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, the fuck? I saw because you posted on
Yep.
TikTok. I was like, I missed Roastly fans.
I still
have-
like my
Things I
secondary
do
thought.
for love. Thank you,
The
Ray,
thing-
for the hydrate the channel. Fucker.
The things I do for love. They.
All I'm saying is I think that if Paige ever does the Roastly fans, they should also review coffee.
Yes, I should totally review coffee. Also, every time you use they, them for me, it makes me question myself, alright?
Oh, the idea was you wouldn't be doing it by yourself because I assume like a Roastly fans with coffee, you'd be like, no, you can't just. That's like a group thing.
Probably like get a friend to do it with me.
Yeah, like you and a friend just sit down or just whatever, just be like, let's
I
try this coffee
probably
together.
get like White Viper to do it with me since he's a barista.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
Mhm.
perfect.
Yep.
Definitely wouldn't be me. I don't drink coffee.
Yep.
Mike would be fantastic for that shit.
Also, thank you, Mr. Candyman09, for the follow.
Hey.
Okay.
Anodyne.
You got Anodyne. You said you're making a notes by parchment. Next time you can. Yes.
Yeah, or something like a dragon book.
Yep. Dragon picture book. I bet
Yeah.
there is a
Picture book,
bookstore somewhere in Neverwinter or even Waterdeep.
Hmm.
You guys are making your way downtown, walking fast.
I must
Every
be
time Talos gets near a tree, he feels uneasy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I like those trees.
You're not want to do any more looking around, just beelining towards the man's hut, yes?
Yes.
All
Right now.
I mean, if we're keeping Tahiri under control, yes.
Okay. You
I'm gonna
guys-
keep an eye on Tahiri, but not like actively be like, Tahiri, come. Tahiri, go. Tahiri, do this.
Mhm.
Just like eyes on Tahiri.
Mhm. All right, you guys make your way back towards the house. Tahiri, Ren, and Ace, you all noticed the house when you all first entered the town. It's the more well-built house that's left. You see smoke rising out of the chimney. A sign that it is preoccupied. And you watch as Talos and Anodyne approach the door. Do you knock?
Yes.
Okay.
I have my best serious face on.
Couple seconds pass by before the door cracks open, and once again, Talos and Anodyne, you see that familiar old man. The three of you see a gaunt, white-bearded human, and he peeks his head out of the door and looks at your entire group and just goes, "You survived."
Now listen here, sir. We have some questions for y'all that we'd like you to answer.
Questions?
Yes. And yes, we managed to drive it off.
Drove off one threat.
You gotta glance over towards where the trees were. Like, yes, I imagine there's more than that here.
Folk in black masks and cloaks.
Cultists.
Cultists.
Why is it always cultists?
Dragon was bigger threat.
They shouldn't-
He glances around your group and he opens the door a little bit more and gestures you all to come inside.
Well, thank you kindly.
I
Tell
have
us
a
what
most
this last one
important
to
question
answer.
for y'all before we come inside.
He just
Tahiri?
glances to you, Tahiri.
Tahiri,
Are there cookies?
in the house, please.
What are cookies?
You're so dejected. You don't know what cookies are?
I think we gotta talk to this guy. See?
Don't think we're alone. I think we should get in the house.
You don't want to be attacked by the plant life again. Like me. See?
Can't hear you if you're talking. I can't hear you if you're talking.
I need use of your kitchen, please. As she scooches past.
You look inside, it's a very minimal kept, house. It seems more like a lookout than a dwelling.
I worry
So it's a
about your
very
kitchen, sir.
scarce kitchen, and all he has is just like a pot over a fire in the fireplace.
I worry about the state of your kitchens, huh?
Okay.
We do not have
He
much.
just goes and sits against a wall and starts petting Roberto like, I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Once you guys are inside, he shuts the door and he hobbles over to a cushion near the fireplace and sits down and just looks at y'all.
We didn't
Questions you had?
Yes, a few. You seem to know about the dragon. Were you keeping an eye on it?
I was.
Seems to have. What will you do now that he's away?
Still do my job.
What exactly is that?
And he grumbles and reaches over for a cloak nearby. And he plucks a brooch off of it and holds it up. Roll me history check.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
History. Ooh, that's cool. 22.
You see a green emblem of a golden stag, which signifies the Emerald Enclave. It's another one of the guilds in Faerun. And with your check, you don't know a lot about the guilds. You're still really new to this dimension, but what you've learned from the different guilds is that the Emerald Enclave are basically the protectors of nature. They mostly consist of druids, rangers, anyone who deals with the nature dwelling.
Something of nature requires protection here.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of grunts and then clasps the brooch back onto his cloak nearby.
What is here that the Enclave would wish to protect? Or keep at bay? Bounds of nature can be either.
The ash still walks.
We faced some.
No, I shot that.
We faced a few when we were in the inn. Dead walk here. This unsettles me.
Lost souls from the tragedy. They
Do you know-
arrived like a plague 30 years ago.
Do you know how many?
Hard to say. Most disappeared over time.
Is there a central area where there's more than a few?
He just shakes his head.
He'll sort of move his cloak to show the emblem of the Raven Queen. I seek to relieve as many spirits as I can before we leave. Is there a place of a greater deal of undead or unrest?
Not that I know of. Tavern was the hot spot.
That is where we found the ashen ones. We put them to rest.
I'm looking up something real quick, seeing if he would know something. He knows. He knows of one place. Smithy at the edge of town. I've seen a couple of the dead walk.
Wait, there are other people that are alive and living here?
Aside from me and the plants, no one else.
What lies near the wood? Whenever I look there, I feel uneasy. Something about the,
Unease.
something about the trees.
See if he notices the battle axe on your back. He does. He's eyeing the battle axe that's on your back.
He'll pull it, sort of fold it out. We found this amongst the dragon's hoard.
Let's see if he knows the history of it. I'd say he does. The plants don't like that axe.
They kill all their friends.
The words described here, as described to my friends, is the word hew, to cut. Perhaps that is this axe's name.
I heard of the creator of that axe. Dwarven Smith. Feuded with dryads of a forest. Cut down their trees for firewood. Made that axe to cut down wood easier.
Foolish Smith.
Serial killer.
DM's note: this +1 weapon, when you use it against a plant, creature, or an object made of wood, you deal maximum damage on a hit.
How about that? So it will be good for busting down doors.
Yep.
As long as they're made of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh
You'll sort
no,
of hold
my
it.
brain went to a weird place.
Where'd it go?
It's a
Kiri's
theory?
mindset is not a safe place. I went, oh no, it's a tree serial killer, and then my mind went serial arsonist, and then serial arborist.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster of a thought there.
You're a serial arborist, Harry.
Oh,
I'm a what?
I'm sorry.
I'm confused. It's fine.
Arbor as in
Look
like
at it.
tree nursery.
I have no intention of using an axe like this for firewood.
Good.
No,
The
I-
trees would not like it.
I imagine not. Though, I imagine an axe like this would be just as suited to cut down undead.
Perhaps.
I will hold on to it for now, but I will keep it from harming the nature as it did before,
Mm.
for as long as I can.
We got 8 minutes left for the game. The man turns to look to the rest of the group after you've asked your questions. Tell us. More questions?
Really hope someone's sitting next to Tahiri right now as she slowly starts to raise her hand.
Ren's kind of like staying next to her, just like puts her hand like back down. If it's about cookies, no.
Gotta
Actually-
have cookies.
I do have a question. How do you survive out here alone?
You watch
said.
as the old man holds out his hand
Mhm.
and starts to druid craft.
Magic. Gotcha. Okay. Well, do you want anything from us? Gold or songs of the time?
He just blinks at you.
Entertainment? Doesn't somebody have a flute?
Ren slowly puts the hand down again.
Tahiri, what do you want to ask him?
Are you one of the people that just stands in the rain and thinks you're in a music video? Because you've got this weird
I regret asking you what your question was.
What's a music video?
We don't even know. They speak nothing but
Don't-
gibberish.
Like when a bard plays really sad songs that you feel in your soul, and you just stand in the rain.
When the sun shines, shine to
And then Ace just covers both Anodyne and Tahiri's mouths. I think we're fine. We will be on our way.
I did have one last question. You observed nature and the movings of this forest. We lost a employer to the goblins, I believe to the north, yes?
You're looking for the castle.
Yes.
No, I forgot all about that.
We've gone through the normal channels of trying to find goblins and or orcs who we may know of it, but they haven't been much help. Do you know of this castle?
I do.
Do you know where it is?
He lets out another grunt and leans over to a chest, opens it, rumbles through papers, and pulls out a map and hands it to you, Talos.
Thank you. He'll like roll out the map and look over it.
It is a map of the surrounding area of Thunder Tree, Neverwinter, and Phandelver. And you see, this man has marked out a path, specifically from Thunder Tree through the forest that leads to Cragmaw Castle.
He'll probably stand and it's probably closest. He'll hand the map to Anodyne so that they can also see a map
Oh,
of the castle.
that doesn't look like it's too far from here.
Goblins are always disturbing nature. I keep an eye on them.
We thank you.
You've not only saved lives today, but given us information that we may be able to help take care of those goblins. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
Do you know anything about their numbers in the castle?
Can only assume there are many.
There's always more goblins. You have been a great help to us. We will leave you to your vigil. Be well.
Live long and prosper.
I knew it was coming. I'm like, you. Yes. But tell us, we'll look together like, well, we know where we're heading now.
So anything else you'd like to do before you head out of the hut?
Nope.
It is mid-afternoon, closer to early evening. You can start your way towards Cragmaw Castle if you wish and camp out in the forest. Or your host is hospitable enough to let you spend the night with him.
Oh, I don't think we should impose.
Yeah, I think we'll just head out and find a place to camp.
Do you guys want to head towards Cragmaw Castle now? It would be an opportune time to do so.
We have a few more hours of daylight. At least find a good camping spot.
Well, what I'm saying is, do we need to go back to the city for anything, or are we ready to take this glass ass down?
That was before. This is a keep full of goblins. I think we should be fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got glass ass already. What was it? The Black Widow, the
Black Spider.
the black.
Well, our main objective isn't to wipe out the goblins. Our main objective is to reacquire our employer and get out safely.
Yes, but if there's somebody putting out bounties on our heads, we may as well, two birds, one stone.
Are we
Yeah.
walking right at this moment as we're having this conversation?
Probably.
Yeah, if you guys are leaving the hut.
Okay, as soon as we were completely out of sight of the hut, I now look like the old man, but like he was a member of NSYNC.
Probably would have looked like it when he was younger, to be fair.
With that, y'all
Yep.
use whatever daylight you have left to start making your way down the marked path of the map. You guys, Thunder Tree is just on the edge of the Neverwinter Wood. So, as you near closer and closer to the large, vast forest where the castle is hidden, Talos, that sense of uneasiness returns from the axe you carry on your back. You set up your camp for the night right on the edge of the wood. I'm not gonna make you guys roll for a nighttime encounter, so go ahead and mark your sheets for a long rest.
Yay.
When we come back next Sunday, we will start at the beginning of the next day of your journey to find Cragmaw Castle and to free your employer.
Yay.
That is where we're stopping tonight.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
All right. Thank you, everyone who stuck around to watch us play. This has been Lost Mine of Phandelver, run by me, the Dungeon Mistress, turned to page 394, with Bard of the Midwest as Talos, J.M. Kitsune as Ren, Bryce Elsalese as Anodyne, Aki Obsession as Tahiti, and AJ_Auditor as Ace. We're happy to have you back for this session. Let me know if you are able to play next week or not. If you're not able to, I will find a way to have Ace step away. And if you have to come back at a later session, we'll find a way to write you back in. Okay?
Due to the fact that it's going to be a new course, I should be back to being available for Sundays,
Okay.
especially since someone should be able to help me whenever they're free, right, Sarah?
Color theory is fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, just let me know if anything pops up, okay?
I'll be sure to let you know before Sunday.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Make sure to tune in to Aki Obsession tomorrow on Twitch for Humblewood, Heroes of Humble Origin. And make sure to tune in this Tuesday to Ryan the Enchanter for LGBTQ IA plus campaign that we're now going to be running. This Thursday will be Clone Wars 5e, run on my channel, but run by my friend Star Short Stories. And this Friday is the meme to end all memes of GKC, episode 69 is this Friday. Nice. So be sure to tune in for all of our games this week. And if you don't want to watch Star Wars, there is Tales of Yggdrasil run by MNChief_ here on Twitch. So if you like Norse mythology and you like D&D, check out that campaign. Until then, you all have a pleasant sleep. Let's hope for a Bones Day tomorrow, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye!
Bye.